After drifting at sea for 3 days and nights, a family of 3 had nearly lost all hope when a fisherman suddenly appeared and found them. The man kindly handed Nick a bottle of water. Just as Nick thought they were saved, the fisherman demanded payment for the rescue. Nick immediately offered $10,000, but the fisherman was clearly dissatisfied. Nick raised his offer to $40,000, his entire life savings. Still, the fisherman wasn't pleased. "I want $1 million, the fisherman stated coldly. Nick was stunned. As just an ordinary doctor, he simply didn't have that kind of money. The fisherman didn't believe him and turned to abandon them at sea. Panic overwhelmed Nick. To save his family, he reluctantly agreed to the fisherman's outrageous demand. Satisfied with this answer, the fisherman knocked Nick unconscious with an oar. When Nick regained consciousness, he found his hands bound and his wife and son gone. The fisherman explained that Nick must pay the ransom first before getting his family back. Once ashore, Nick frantically called everyone he knew to raise money. In this critical moment, few people actually came through for him. He managed to scrape together only $190,000. Left with no choice, Nick confronted the fisherman with an ultimatum. "Take the $190,000 or get nothing. If you don't return my family, I'll make sure you spend the rest of your life in prison." The fisherman reluctantly accepted the deal. After confirming the money transfer, he led Nick to a dock, instructing him to follow in another boat. To prevent Nick from alerting authorities, the fisherman locked the cabin door from the outside. Without suspicion, Nick immediately followed the fisherman's vessel out to sea. After traveling about 12 miles, the fisherman suddenly signaled Nick to stop. Nick obediently cut the engine. In the next instant, the fisherman leaped onto Nick's boat with a harpoon and began violently stabbing the deck. His intention became clear. He planned to kill Nick. Water surged into the cabin as the boat rapidly began to sink. Nick desperately pounded on the windows, but the fisherman had already fled. Realizing he was on his own, Nick stretched his neck toward the last corner of air pocket in the cabin, took a deep breath, and dove underwater. He frantically yanked at the gear lever until it broke free, then used it to hammer against the glass. After several attempts and desperate gasps for air, he finally shattered the glass and escaped the cabin only to find himself surrounded by nothing but endless ocean.